So the first thing that we're gonna do is soak our lentils. You can use dal, you can use peas, you can use beans, you can use whatever you want, whatever you have in the house. I'm using these yellow peas that I bought at the Indian grocery stores. I liked these because if you look at them, they're really nice and round. Take a measuring cup and we are going to measure half a cup, put it in a bowl, then take a full cup of water. Notice that the water is covering the peas. Basically, we're just gonna wait for that to soak up. We're gonna wait for 24 hours. 24 hours. Just keep checking in on them. If you see that the peas are soaking up the water, go ahead and pour more water in there. The idea is for them to get soggy and mushy, but don't squash them, okay? Okay, now it's day 2. The peas have soaked up the water. I poured out the excess water and put them in this plastic container that I had. And now I'm going to put them in the fridge while I start tracing I have to create my design, and then I'm gonna trace it on the fabric, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So these are going to be in the fridge, and then we'll pull these out when it's time. Hey guys, okay, so for the next step, we are going to take a blank sheet of paper and design what we want to do on the dupatta or the scarf. So just get any blank sheet of paper and a pencil, get a magazine to draw on top of, and a ruler. Get any round object. I just took a salt shaker and the thing that the salt shaker hangs off of, because it has a round base, and I'm going to use those things to draw my design. So take anything that you have around the house. A camera lens cover is round, anything that's round, anything that has a square base, whatever you want to use to make your design is perfect. So now that we have this awesome design with all these little dots, we are going to move on to the actual material, which is the fun part. Alright, so for this step, you're going to need fabric that is 100% cotton, untreated, and dyeable. This is the fabric that I got. I went to Joann's and I was able to buy this. I picked this particular fabric just because it's really thin and it has a really great fall. You can pick whichever one that you want. How should you measure it? Well, let me tell you. So when you're at the store, make sure that it is folded in half the way that it comes at the store, and then put this over your shoulder. Make sure that it goes down to half your calf, halfway down your calf, and then over to the other side. And that's how much material you want. It's going to be different for every person just because everybody is different heights. I'm really short, so I didn't need that much. But if you're a very tall person, you're gonna need a lot more. Okay, so the mechanical pencil wasn't drawing the circles on this fabric very well, so I just got hair chalk just because I had it in the house to mark up the fabric. Any chalk that you have, or if you have a number 2 pencil, use anything that you can find that'll write on this lightly. Just make sure that what you're using will wash away, so I wouldn't recommend a Sharpie or a pen. So I'm going to use this little piece of hair chalk to mark my circles. Oh. Find a dot on the fabric, take a pea, and put it underneath the dot, just like that. Then you're gonna get some white string, no, some white thread, and then you're gonna wrap it around the pea a lot. And make sure it's really, really tight. Okay, like really, 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 really tight. Wrap it around like, I don't know, 10 times. Yep, just like that, and make sure it's tight. Cut it off when you're done, and then tie it. Okay, now let's do another one. Put a pea under a dot, get some white thread, wrap it around like 10, 12 times. Make sure it's very, very tight. Leave enough thread when you start so that you can tie it. If you leave it too short, it gets really hard. Then cut it off and tie it. Do this all over. Everywhere you have a dot, you need to be putting a pea. It looks so cute when it's done. Look how cute they are. Just wait for it. Can you see it? Look at that. So cute. Now we have to pre-soak the fabric. So just go to your tub, put this in water. I'm gonna put the stopper in my tub, soak this in water, and let the water just drip out of the fabric before we put this into the washing machine with our colored dye. Now that the fabric has been pre-soaked, it's in the tub dripping. I'm at my washing machine and I'm gonna get it ready for the dye. We have to fill it with hot water, so I'm going to put it on just a regular wash. Every washing machine is going to be a little bit different, so just play around with your washing machine. But based off of my washing machine, I'm gonna put it on the regular wash and fill it with hot water and then stop the cycle once it is filled. I actually already did that. And now it's filled with lovely hot water. And now it's ready for me to fill with the dye and a cup of salt. So get salt from your kitchen and get your dye and let's fill this machine. I got the salt from my kitchen. I poured 1 cup and I'm gonna pour it in the hot water. The dye that I bought says to put 1 bottle of dye per 2 pounds. I'm gonna put about half the bottle. It doesn't really matter. It's the amount of dye that you put is going to affect how dark your dupatta is going to come out. So that's really up to you. And I'm just gonna pour that right in. That's really fun. Okay, and now, last but not least, the fabric. Can't forget the fabric because that would be a bad idea. Let me go get it. Okay, so now I have my pre-soaked fabric. I'm just gonna put that right in. And now I'm just gonna take a hanger or a spoon you don't care about. Don't use your hand because, you know, it'll dye your hand. And I'm gonna mix it. I feel like a witch with her cauldron. Just be careful. You don't want to pull the peas out from the dupatta with the hanger. Just close the machine and let it sit in there for 30 minutes. Then we'll turn the machine on. Okay, it's finally been 30 minutes and now we can turn the machine on. It's just been sitting there and I've just been waiting. I just want this to be ready because I'm so excited. Whatever. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna change it from the hot water to the cold water because now we have to run it through a cold cycle. Cold water, it's on regular. And I started it. It's done, it's done, it's done. Woo. Wow, this is so pink. Tell me this isn't pretty already. Oh my God, I'm in love. Now take a cup of bleach, pour it in, put it on hot, and leave that to run because you don't want it to mess up. And now I'm in the bathtub. I'm just gonna hang it up, leave it there to dry overnight, and now I'm gonna go to bed. Good morning, Bolly Stars. We're now on day 3. I just woke up and this is dry. I'm really pumped about it. It's fully dry and now I'm gonna set it aside, get ready for the day, and then I'm gonna start pulling the strings out. So yay, I hope yours are all dry too. Oh man, I'm so excited. All right, Bolly Stars, it's finally time to take the peas out of the dupatta, and all we're gonna do is get a paper plate, get a scissor, get your dupatta or scarf, obviously, and take the scissor and cut the string right where the string is tied, and take the string and the peas out. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's so pretty. That's gorgeous. Okay, so you can iron this out, and the chalk marks, you can still see some of the chalk marks on the white, but that's easy. You can just wash the scarf again and it'll wash away. So I'm not worried. Now we get to cut all of the peas out of this. So let's go. Done. Here you go. Oh my God. I love it. Tell me, what do you guys think? Do you love it? Did yours come out like this? What did yours look like? Honestly though, I love it. I need to iron it. So if yours is like this, where it's like bumping out, just take an iron and lightly iron it out. You can also add sequins on there to make it more festive and fun and pretty. Just sew some sequins on there. You can wear it as a scarf, you know, as a dupatta, like that. And yeah, you can wear it in so many different ways. Put it on Instagram or Twitter and tag me. I really want to see how yours came out. I'm honestly very, very curious. So I just think that'll be really fun to see. So make sure you tag me in that. I'm gonna be a Bollywood star. You can be one too.